Na wuna da albarka ai titi swale tempil shima.
Na puru kumbung kigana ni gushena ni swale bon sagalana ni samba dunia banda mpuya
na wuna da albarka ne swale biane tempil shima sashal tin shiyanwo da zo yin zan ku kodur ma santi mbal mam ko na adwa. Your Excellency, we crave your indulgence.
Salatu ala nabiyil karim.
We prepare to start the program.
Now the to sogo. Na no ji wata taba ko to shin ka duwa mu zan pille ti am pille mana na na tamla yulen la na le na na tamla yulen to pa na na tamla na election da kana ndan ya na gba ga duwa ne na won tam to su do gana zaha ndimi shil nan ya na won shil ti tala su do ma kana na tamla na opigi Excellence John Mahama zanti gana zano gbobti na won ko gbobti gbobro sung na won to su do shalo yan zan gbobtan gbanma won yan kirso nyala pa ado biya kwama no kurgu na won to nasara so shang mi on yan dola inji amfani kana gana za haka so kam dir da amfani na won wu mole kan de shalmi on kana ma na on na pon shal bismillah na won lan labsmo bi agoshi na alhamdulillah dagbang nanam zaban la am kyongo na on pa anto zo sung na on pa anto zo sung mbalma mbadivima o mino dal fatab za na on ma pa ambatab suba na on pang sambata suba tundu borno tusu alheri shal kam ka batuti su le na on milo palenle to mino borno tusu za bi abal kam ka batuti su le na on wala milo za mo na mo zuba gulti wa in yurida an ya'da'uka fa in hasbaka Allah huwa allazi aydaka bi nasri wa bil mu'minina wa alafa bayna qulubihim law anfaqta ma fi al-ardi jami'a ma alafta bayna qulubihim walakin Allah alafa bainahum innahu azizul hakim ya ayuha nabi na wuce ka shi wajin yisna lafi hasbuka Allah wa man ittaba'aka min al-mu'minin amin subhana rabbik.
Thank you very much, the Chief Imam of Yendi, for that wonderful prayer. We are going to start the program currently as I speak. But before I do that, Honorable Regional Minister, His Royal Majesty has tasked me to get you informed that after the program there shall be a private meeting with the President. So kindly book that appointment for him. Honorable Regional Minister, I hope you've heard me. There shall be a private meeting between the President and His Majesty after this program. Thank you. Your Majesty, we now invite the Secretary to Dagbon Traditional Council. He is in the person of Alhassan Abdul Fattah to introduce our revered chiefs before His Majesty. Beba pre Alhassan Abdul Fattah onyelak bang marpiam zan te nanenjina du dinje ne wala on zang na shabambe kyonwo nzamba san we tengban zolana katana into tuma. Mr. Alhassan Abdul Fattah, please come and execute that task for me.
Bonle samlana dunia balna na wuna da albarka yan sola nwale kazang na gahanda banji boba Dagbon boba na ya na wuna da albarka kana na butu tabsonga ka de te gana tangban zoglane zungo dabselongo bonle. Your Excellency, I am highly honored to list and introduce the chiefs who have moved from all parts of Dagbon to the Gbewaa Palace to assist the Lion King of Dagbon, Ndan Yaa Naa Abukari II, to receive you today. Your Excellency, I must mention that the list is not in any order. It is just based on how they arrived here in the Gbewaa Palace. Your Excellency, To begin with, we have Nayab Kona. We have Nabiel Zwana. Your Excellency, we have Nayab Torenam. We have Nabatyam Karna in this gathering. We have Nabatyam Yona. Your Excellency, we have Nayab Nantuana. We have Nayab Nyangpalana. Your Excellency, we have Nayab Diyalana. We have Nabapre Zolana. Your Excellency, we have Nabapre Zangbalana. We have Nayab Galgulana. We have Nayab Patina. We have Nabapre Sakina. We have Nayab Kasulana. We have Nabapre Chua Nayang Chuana. He is representing Nayab Chuana in this gathering. Nayab Gutena in this gathering. Your Excellency, we have Nayab Nasalana. We have Nabapre Nasalana. We have Nabapre Kunkwang. We have Nabapre Sabobna in this gathering. We have Nayab Kushena. We have Nabapre Burumandana. He is here to represent Nayab Tualana to assist the Lion King of Dagbon to receive you today. Your Excellency, we have Nabapre Gungbalna. We have Nabapre Nambirlana. We have Nabapre Nadache Dalong Lana. We have Nabapre Sanarana. Your Excellency, we also have Nabapre Zangna here. Nayab Yelzwal Banglan Piama is also here to assist the Lion King of Dagbon to receive you. Your Excellency, we have Nabapre Kulna in this gathering. We have Nabapre Gumpalana. We have Nabapre Ngonolana in this gathering to assist the Lion King of Dagbon to receive you. Your Excellency, we also have Nabapre Sashil Na in this gathering to assist the Lion King of Dagbon to receive you. Your Excellency, the list goes on and on. Time wouldn't permit me to mention all of them. They are all here. Everybody is here to assist the Lion King of Dagbon to welcome you. Bon le samlana na mpuya pam antumaswal kanzang na mawuhuma.
Thank you very much, Registrar of Dagbon Traditional Council, for doing justice to the names being introduced a while ago. Your Excellency, I now invite the Member of Parliament for constituency, Honorable Lawyer Jofa, to come and respectfully introduce the dignitaries before you. Lawyer Jofa, please, you are welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Majesty, Ndan Yaa Naa, the Minister for Education, Minister for Trade and Industry, the Executive Secretary of the President, all protocols duly observed. I've been called upon to introduce some dignitaries. It's a tall order because I will not be able to capture everybody. And so where I'm unable to reach, the Regional Director of Communication for NDC is available to assist. Your Excellency, Ndan Yaa Naa, today is a very great day, not only for the people of Dagbon, but for the people of the entire northern region. With Ndan Yaa Naa here, and accompanying His Excellency the President, is the Executive Secretary to the President, Dr. Callistus. Also in the delegation is the Minister for Education, our own Haruna Idrisu. We also have in the entourage our Regional Minister, Honorable Adolf Ali. We have in the delegation the Trade Minister, the Transport Minister, sorry, Honorable Joseph Abukari Nikwe. We also have Transport Minister, yeah, I've captured that. We also have in our midst the Environment and Science Minister, Honorable Mutala. And then, yeah. And then we also have our own grandfather, Lawyer Hudu Yaya. Your Excellency, as a member of Parliament, I'm also here with my colleague members of Parliament. Your Excellency, before I get to that stage, we also have the Vice Chairman, Alaji's Chief Sofo Azoka in our midst. He just joined us. Your Excellency, some of the members of Parliament here present, Your Excellency, we have Honorable Al-Hassan Omar, who happens to be the chair of the Northern Caucus. We also have the Honorable Member for Kumbungu. He also happens to be the vice chair of the Northern Caucus. We have the Deputy Minister for Roads, who also happens to be the Member of Parliament for Tamale North. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, we have the MP for Sagnarugu, Honorable Ataisia. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, we have the Member of Parliament for Miang, Honorable Ms. Bao. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, Honorable Ms. Bao also happens to be the Treasurer of the Northern Caucus in Parliament. And then we also have Your Excellency, the Member of Parliament for Nantong, Dr. Sharif Khalik. He also happens to be our Secretary. And then we have the Member of Parliament for Tatali, Honorable William Ntebi. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, as far as I can see, I think these are the members of Parliament. But aside the members of Parliament, we also have in our midst the former Member of Parliament for Miang, Honorable Aziz. We also have with us the NLA Chief Executive Officer, who also doubles as our Regional Secretary, King Salam. He's also here with us. We have here one of our National Vice Chairmen, Lawyer Rauf. He's also here with us, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we have Ken Yellow, who also happens to be a NEC member and has just been recently appointed as the Deputy Director for DRIP. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, we have here one of our Regional Vice Chairmen, Chairman Gbewaa. He's also here with us. Your Excellency, we have a number of dignitaries here. As a member of the lawyer fraternity, we have our leader here, who also was one time the DC for Yendi, Lawyer Terror. He's affectionately known as Lawyer Terror. Your Excellency, we have the Regional Council of Elders here represented, and we equally have the Yendi Constituency Council of Elders here represented. We also have Constituency Executive. Your Excellency, before I forget, we also have another Regional Vice Chairman here, who is also seated here, Amin, Alaji Amin, or General Amin. I'm going to do so. Your Excellency, there are a number of dignitaries here that I may not be able to mention. You have appreciated that. So the Regional Council of Elders, like I indicated, the Constituency Council of Elders, some other constituencies have their executives here. We acknowledge your presence here. And then we have some of those who actually hold the fort in terms of our education, our health, and other areas in the constituency. We have the Municipal Coordinating Director here, and I think I've seen the security chiefs also here represented. I may not be able to mention all the names. Your Excellency, that's where I'll stop, and then I'll allow the Regional Communications Director of LDC to continue with the acknowledgement. We acknowledge everybody who is here. Your Excellency, we also have our regional women's organizer, who has also just been appointed as the regional coordinator for the school feeding program for the region, Northern region, Madam Charity, and her deputies are all here. my own regional constituency women's organizer and her deputy are equally here. Your Excellency, the dignitaries are a lot. Like I indicated first, I will not be able to capture all, but we have our own Dr. Nat also here. We acknowledge anybody or all those who are here, and then we would allow the regional communications director of NDC to continue with the acknowledgement. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member of Parliament for Yendi constituency, Your Majesty, Your Excellency. We now invite
Zabzugu, Gushegu, Karaga, of course, Ndan Yaa Naa, and many other very influential people in the region are here.
Opposition and ruling party, that is economy. So when he comes, I would like to take custody of my economy. Otherwise, they will send the economy to the grave. So, Your Excellency, if you see a gentleman approaching, it means that he's coming to take his economy from you. Thank you very much. That is just by the way. Now, when I albaraka tempalo shall wotin sui, kabole atumo, when yanzana zane, and zang amarhabi zulunkom, and zan tetumban sola mini onyanga. Now, when I albaraka, one na bapre zangbalan na, when yalana zo zanti zangbalan yalungoma, kalanye alafe bomma bang the crew. Wana minye ala fe bo machama nzante tutu za hanang ban yene ama okuliyong notify. Your Excellency, we are inviting the paramount chief of Zang.
He spoke the language. What was he saying?
He was acknowledging that the next in the agenda will be the invitation of the rep of Ndan Yaa Naa to give out the Yaa Naa speech in the person of Chief Zangbalan. So he's approaching the days to give out the speech of Yaa Naa.
And so in a moment, Dr. Jacob Yakubu Mahama is the paramount chief of Zangbalan, who will be making the presentation welcome address on behalf of Yaa Naa Abukari II.
Address by His Majesty Ndan Yaa Naa Abukari II. And I quote, Your Excellency John Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Regional Minister, Honorable Ali Adolf John, Honorable Ministers of State present, Honorable Members of Parliament present, respected senior party executives, distinguished members of the NDC, distinguished guests, Nanima, Kona, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to welcome you, Your Excellency, and your entourage to the Gbewaa Palace and the Northern Region. This is your home, and we are always happy to welcome you. This is the first time I've seen you in person after your landslide victory in the presidential and parliamentary elections held on December 7th, 2024. I've already congratulated you, Mr. President, but I will do that again considering the magnitude of your achievements. We will continue to pray for you and your governments to ensure that you make good your promises to the good people of our beloved country, Ghana. Your Excellency, before I continue, I want to thank you profusely for granting my children and grandchildren key positions in your government. They are all capable gentlemen and will not disappoint you. My task now is to continue praying and ensuring that my children and grandchildren who are benefiting from your government give value for the depth of responsibilities you put on them. I will ensure that they deliver the goods to the highest of their abilities. This you can count on me. Your Excellency, I want to remind you of the importance of running a government that is transparent, accountable, and free of corruption and arrogance. Many people from all walks of life in our country, including my fellow chiefs, have repeatedly reminded you about this, but this does not stop me from mentioning it to you again. Do not treat accusations of corruption from your appointees lightly and asking for evidence before you take action. Your appointees should live by your strict standard of integrity and accountability. You are a living example that they should follow. Mr. President, as you are still in the process of putting together your team, I urge you to carefully consider the appointment of officials who embody these values. I've watched you on television admonishing your new minister to be diligent in their work and eschew arrogance. That is very important considering where we are coming from. I'll also entreat you to ensure that they stick to your directives and sweet punitive actions taken against those who fall short of your directives or fail to meet the expectations of Ghanaians. Your Excellency, I appreciate your efforts to hit the ground running and commend your administration's swift actions so far. May you be guided by Allah in the steps you take to bring a better life to all Ghanaians. Our region, Mr. President, as you already know, is endowed with immense potential, but we are also faced with unique challenges. We employ you to prioritize the following projects in the northern region to alleviate the grave situation our people find themselves in. 1. The Yende and Tamale water projects. A reliable water supply is essential for our communities. A reliable water supply is essential for our community's health and well-being, but the people in Tamale Metro, and especially Yende municipality, have long since forgotten how it feels like to have constant and reliable potable water. Getting these projects completed will greatly improve the quality of life of the greater majority of the people in the northern region. 2. Irrigation projects in northern region. Considering the increasingly erratic and unpredictability of our rainfall pattern in the north, enhancing agricultural productivity through irrigation will boost our local economy, food security, improve the incomes of families. Renovating the existing irrigation dams that have not seen renovation for several decades, especially the Bontanga irrigation dam, and setting up new irrigation dams will greatly enhance the productivity of our peasant farmers and improve their income donation for leading better lives. Mr. President, the Pagaza irrigation project along the Tamale-Yende route, started by the CPP government, is more relevant today than ever, and reviewing it for further construction will greatly improve agricultural productivity, not only in the north, but in the whole country. 3. Renovation of the regional and teaching hospitals. Quality healthcare is a fundamental right, and we need a well-equipped regional hospital with up-to-date diagnostic, laboratory, and ancillary equipment to deliver quality secondary health services to the good people of this region. This will support and reduce the burden of the Tamale Teaching Hospital, which still has numerous and perennial challenges to overcome. Your Excellency, the Tamale Teaching Hospital has grave challenges that impede the desire of the hard-working staff to provide quality and efficient tertiary health services to the 5 northern regions. Constant malfunctioning and unavailability of critical life-saving modern diagnostic and imaging equipment is the bane of this institution. The situation is so bad that most referred patients actually come there to die. So most people prefer to go to private hospitals and clinics rather than risk their lives at a teaching hospital. Because of these challenges, staff motivation is very low and indiscipline is rife, and this in turn affects the general output of the hospital. Your Excellency, the Tamale Teaching Hospital needs a real overhaul for it to be able to deliver reliable life-saving services to the people of the north and beyond. 4. Construction of Phase 3 and renaming of the Tamale Airport. Your Excellency, the development of the Tamale International Airport has stalled after completion of the second phase. This was a laudable initiative conceived and started by your government and continued by the Akufo-Addo government. The Phase 3 of the project that included a Hajj terminal seems to have been abandoned. We want to entreat you to start the Phase 3 of this project so that the airport can handle all that it was intended to do, including the handling of Hajj pilgrims in a humane manner. Mr. President, such a huge investment needs to be appreciated by the people that it serves. And in consultation with the Nairi and the DAGBgsmång, we want the airport to be renamed Gbewaa International Airport to reflect our common heritage. 5. Education projects, e-blocks. Your Excellency, reviving and completion of outstanding e-block projects in the northern region will not only further demonstrate your huge commitment to the development of education in our region, but bring quality and accessible senior high school education to the doorsteps of the underprivileged, as was envisaged at the start of this very important project. 6. Iron ore deposit in Sheni. Mr. President, we wish to draw your attention to the iron ore project in Sheni. its development has spanned several governments but has not made any appreciable progress. We think that developing this deposit will not only bring immense revenue to the government, but will also provide direct and indirect job opportunities for the teeming jobless youth in our region. This will definitely reduce unemployment in the country as a whole. 7, creation of share board. Your Excellency, as you already know, the share fruits are picked and processed into butter by our rural women and provide a vital source of income for families. Beyond its economic benefits, the share industry is also a symbol of women's empowerment. It provides financial opportunities for women to tackle leadership roles, make financial decisions, and improve their socioeconomic status within their families and communities. Your Excellency, according to my experts in the share industry, the industry does not only have a significant impact on our local economy, but that the global market for shea butter is projected to reach 5.58 billion by 2023. Mr. President, if this is true, then I think it would be prudent for us to work together to ensure that our communities benefit from this growth. We must push for policies that favor the growth of the shea industry, and I think a shea board could just be the answer. 9, Tamale Military Stadium and Hospital. Mr. President, the construction of the military sports stadium in Tamale, close to the Gbewaa barracks, has stalled for a long time, and we would like to appeal to your government to complete it for them. For all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Besides this project, a state-of-the-art military hospital will not only strengthen the morale and health of our servicemen and women, but be a reliable alternative health service lifeline in times of crisis of our general public health facilities, which unfortunately happens rather too often in this country. 9, civil school in the north. On the lighter side, last but not the least on my list is the School of Survey. On your campaign trail in 2024 in Kumungu, you promised to build a survey school in Kumungu district, which, when your party comes to power, Mr. President, we are happy to announce to you that your party is in power. On a more serious note, Your Excellency, once again, I want to assure you that Dagbon and the northern region are committed to supporting your administration. We are eager to collaborate and contribute to the success of your government, not only for our region, for the entire nation. Your Excellency, please do not hesitate to call upon me whenever you need guidance or support. I'm confident that together we can achieve great things. Once again, I welcome you, Mr. President, and thank you for coming to the Gbewaa Palace today. Okay. I wish you a very fruitful tour of our region and pray that our collaboration be successful and bring enormous prosperity. Mr. President, because of your large entourage, I've provided you with a very huge bull and 100 cubics of yam for the Agenda 3. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Na ba prezang balena to ko nang la jo kasaloti de danfani na jo wana nang sanga na maza ha marhabi.
So much of what Dr. Jacob Yakubu Mahama, the paramount chief of Zambalong traditional area, has said is being broken down to the ordinary people here who will better appreciate his message, which was presented in English. Now, he made reference to some specific projects, and some of them drew the applause of the people, which means it is dear to their heart. One was water systems for people of END. One was the expansion of the Tamale Airport and to be named as the Gbewaa Airport. And that one also drew an applause from the people. He made reference to irrigation projects to expand agriculture here and other ones. Now help us, if these things, specifically agriculture, are done, how impactful will it be on the lives and the economy of this area?
See, this area, we have 2 seasons. We have the rainy season and the dry season. For this part of the country, northern region, we only have 1 season for farming. So if the rainy season passes, the dry season, people are seated at home.
And it is the longest period.
It is the longest period. So what they harvested during the rainy season is what they will sit at home to spend. And then when it's time for them to go back during the rainy season, they may not even have anything to go back and cultivate. So, but we have some areas that we can develop for irrigation purposes. So if the irrigation is developed, when they finish the rainy season farming, during the dry season, the longest period, they can engage in the irrigation, and that will improve the economic lives of the people. In that regard, when the rainy season catch up, they will have enough to invest back. That is what is very dear to the heart, and majority of the people in the north are into agriculture. So if that is done, it is answering the demand of the people.
How ready are the people? Because most of the time, governments may introduce some of these beautiful policies, but the buy-in, especially among the youth, is what will translate into the improvement of the lives of the people. Are the young people here actually ready to go into large-scale agriculture production?
Yes, as for this site, once we are born and grown into agriculture, we sit in group, we discuss the potentials in that. There are some small dotted farms, dams. When you go there, you see that many youth are there. They are doing small irrigation, and then others also want. But because the water and then the place is not well developed, they even struggle to share the small portions of land among themselves. Majority of the youth, they are ready to go into the irrigation farming. It has a lot of money. When they tell you there's a small plot of land, if they put vegetables into it, and they tell you the amount of money they get into that place, you will be seriously surprised. So the youth are ready. As for northern sector, to be frank, that is one of the potentials that the government should put an eye on. And when they develop dams and push the youth into the agriculture, we have answered about 70% of them.
Help those of us watching this program live from Yendi, Gbewaa Palace to be specific. And for those of you who are monitoring Wezo TV, this is a live coverage of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's courtesy call on the king of the Dagbon traditional area with over 60 paramountcies. When the presentation was made on his behalf, and he made reference to Yendi and access to potable water, I remember during the campaign, it came up several times. How serious is it, especially as we drove around this part of the country? We noticed that almost everywhere is dry. So which communities, to be specific, are hit harder? And how is it affecting the lives of the people, ordinary people?
You see, we are appealing to His Excellency the President to step in as a matter of urgency. The issue of water in Yendi is a serious problem. And the past government, led by the former President Nana Akufo-Addo, he came down here, took the Overlord of Dagbon and his sub-chiefs to a place and cut salt for the commencement of the water. Nothing happened. He came again and recut the second salt. Nothing happened. And the people problem is the water. So we don't have to be playing in the minds of the people. As we speak now, the people are getting water through tanks. Some one jerrycan, the 4 gallon,
the yellow gallon.
You will not believe that some sell it at 5 cedis, 4 cedis. And so if the water issue in Yendi is being resolved, I am telling you, there are a lot of school kids, women, a particular day, the way they'll be searching for water. Students will be struggling to get water to bath before they go to school. And many marketing issues.
So let's cut it. What exactly is he saying now?
They are calling one of the sub-chief, Torenam, that, as they say, all works and no play makes somebody a dull boy. So Torenam is coming to entertain the people, show the tradition, show the cultural dance to His Excellency the President, so that people will appreciate that Gbewaa, the sons of Dagbon, they are very happy the coming of the President to visit Ndan Yaa Naa.
This is like a prelude to his address. So it is like a small break for some refreshment of okay. So let's listen to the sounds and sights from Yendi. Gbewaa Palace to be specific.
Every step has a way of communication. The first dance has a name, It works. If you are walking in the dungeons, you must walk with your legs being careful so that you will not be having your legs.
So you walk on your toes.
Walk on your toes. So the president should understand that the way is not going to be smooth. So he was telling the president that the way will not be smooth at all times. So when there is what dungeons, he must walk and get the progress through. So that was the subject. So they demand that the president must dance. You see, they wanted the president to show appreciation culturally,
and that's why they didn't want to stop.
They want to. You see, the Gongon Bita wanted to at least give appreciation to the president to come and demonstrate that he's a son of Dagbon. But per the security apparatus, they can't allow the president to move like that.
And that would have been beautiful.
That would have been beautiful. The people wanted their own son to appreciate the culture. But because he has gone to a higher level, sometimes we must tread cautiously. At times, we cannot just look at him like John Mahama
is now the president and commander-in-chief of Dagbon.
Commander-in-chief. And he's being guided by the way he does his things.
So that's the beautiful spectacle here. The people of Dagbon are celebrating one of their own, and the president will be speaking any moment from now. And I believe that when the president takes his stage, that will be the proudest moment in the lives of the people here. And very soon the president will be speaking. And for many of you who are still watching this live on Wisdom TV, be reminded that in the afternoon after 2 o'clock, the president from Yendi will be moving to Tamale, where he will be addressing a number of chiefs and people of the northern region. And so very soon the president will speak. Let's listen to the man who is about to welcome him. Who is he?
This is our regional minister, who doubles as the regional chairman of NDC, Honorable Mburdiba Adolf John. He's an action man. He led us into the 2024 election. He did very well. Every corner of the region, he led us into that place. And really, the people responded by votes. He's an action man. We believe his leadership. He wouldn't disappoint the people.
So what is he saying?
He is asking for permission from the Overlord of Dagbon to introduce the president to come and give his speech. But he's saying that the one he's going to introduce is a special person. Also, the Gbewaa should give him the permission to tell him who is he, even though he knows him as his son. But he wants to tell the crowd that somebody special is coming out of. He's saying that in the speech of the Yaa Naa, he asked for certain interventions to be done, and that if all those issues are responded by the president, he believes surely that Northerners will be very happy. But he didn't also stop there. He said the past government, His Excellency, the former President Akufo-Addo, came and promised the people heaven and earth. At the end of the day, we didn't get what they were promising. And that they started by saying they have locked the city and given the key to the IGP. And the city broke jail. They could not raise the CD again. It is the savior, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who will come and rescue Ghanaians. That is why he's telling the Overlord of Dagbon. And that when His Excellency the President was giving his last State of the Nation address when he lost the 2016 election, he ended by saying that he has finished his relay and that posterity will be his judge. And today, all Ghanaians have seen it all. And that posterity has really judged him. And that Ghanaians have called him back, the person they rejected, because they have seen that they made a mistake in 2016. So they make the amends, and that the president is back to do all the negative things that the past government have done. That's what he's saying. The regional minister is saying that people suffered under the presidency of Nana Akufo-Addo, and they prayed, people prayed, and that made it possible for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to come back as a president. So they believe and sure that President John Dramani Mahama will fix the economy and improve the lives of people of Ghana. He is saying that the people of in Ghana, you have to go and buy your dokono. If you buy your dokono, you must take your pepper. But the kind of pepper that MPP government give to Ghanaians, we couldn't use it to consume the dokono. The one, the savior, the president, the one who believes in Dagbon, the one who believes in Dagbon, he is coming. Ghanaians have spoken. We have all heard, and that the president who have defeated MPP and collapsed them with a vast number of the difference of more than 1.6 million, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Commander-in-Chief and the President of the Republic of Ghana, is now going to address Ndan Yaa Naa and the people. We have to all listen to the President.
Your Majesty, I greet you this afternoon. As you said, it's the first time we are meeting since the historic victory at the December 7th election. I wish to acknowledge our regional minister, our Minister of Education, Honorable Lawyer Jofa, MP for Yendi, our Minister of Transport, Minister of Environment, Science and Technology, members of the Council of Elders of NDC, all the traditional paramount chiefs present here, and all the citizens of Yendi. I say I'm very grateful to be here on a thank you tour of the northern region. This is the 5th region that I'm visiting to say thank you. In all the places we've gone, it's been one single ceremony in the capital of the region. But northern region is different. I cannot come to Tamale and say thank you without coming to say thank you first to my father, the Overlord of Dagbon, before I go back to Tamale and say thank you to the rest of the region. Before the election, I came to you publicly and again privately one evening alone, and I asked you to pray for me and to give me your support to win the forthcoming election of 7th December. My father, Yana, I'm happy to say your prayer was answered. And we won a victory that went beyond our expectation. 96.55% of the vote, with a difference between us and our nearest opponent of about 1.7 million votes. But God was good to us, not only in the presidential election, but also in the parliamentary. We won 183 seats in the parliamentary election, including the famous Yendi seat. Which has eluded us for many years. And so, on behalf of Lawyer Jofa too, I wish to thank the people of Yendi for the opportunity you've given us. We are not going to forget you, and you'll get your fair share of the national cake. Tapaya Pam. As we all know, campaign and elections are the easiest part. The more difficult part is how to meet the challenge that is facing us, and especially now that we all know our country is in a deep economic crisis. How we work to meet the expectations of the Ghanaian people and eliminate the hardship that they are facing, that is the task that we are confronted with currently. I believe that the task is a difficult one and it's arduous, but we have assembled a team of young, talented members of my administration who are capable of helping me to steer the affairs of this country to an enormous success. Ndan Yaa Naa, several of your children and grandchildren, as you said, are part of this team that is charged with resetting the fortunes of Ghana. And so despite the reduction in the numbers of ministers to 60, I believe that Northern Region has got averagely higher than many of the 16 regions. My younger brother, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, is responsible for our educational reform program in the whole of Ghana. And he has already set to work. I gave him the responsibility of the National Education Review Conference, and already he is shepherding it to a very successful conclusion. In addition, our younger brother, Joseph Bukari Nikpeng, the MP for Saboba, has been given responsibility for the whole transport sector in Ghana. And so, Ndan Yaa Naa, everything you said about the airport and all that is right under your own son's purview. So it is my hope that he has been listening. Apart from that, we know that in the world today, we have what we call climate change. And the environment has become a very important issue in the whole world. And so every country takes its Ministry of Environment very seriously. And this has to do with afforestation, with clean drinking water, making sure that the air in the country is pure enough to breathe. All that is under the purview of the Ministry of Environment. But it's also responsible for science and technology. We know that this world is currently driven by science and technology. And one of your own sons, the Honorable Murtala, is the minister of that sector. In Hausa, we call something Jara. Apart from all these three big ministerial portfolios, another of your children has been put in a sector that is very important to you. And we know that in this country, everywhere we have gone, every chief or king is complaining about the nature of their roads. And so Ndan Yaa Naa, one of your sons, the Honorable Suini, MP for Tamale North, is at the Ministry of Roads and Highways. And so all your complaints about roads and highways, you have a place to direct them to. Aside from that, several of our brothers and sisters from the Northern Region have been given positions as CEOs and given responsibility in many areas of our governance. My father, Ndan Yaa Naa, the northern region has great potential for Ghana's economic revival. And I remember when I was a young man, the then head of state, General Kutu Achampong, visited the northern region, and he was so impressed at the agricultural potential this region had that he named the northern region the granary of Ghana. We want to recapture those days where the northern region will actually be the granary of Ghana, providing Ghana with the food security that it needs. You spoke about several issues that are of importance to you, including education. One of the first steps we have undertaken is to uncap the GET Fund and also remove the DAGBgsmånd, which collateralized the GET Fund and thereby made the GET Fund not receive enough revenues. We have moved the DAGBgsmånd onto the public debt so that we free all the revenues that the GET Fund is supposed to receive. This is going to make the GET Fund able to continue the E-block schools and complete them, and also continue all the abandoned projects in our secondary schools, the dormitory blocks, the dining halls, the administration blocks. The uncapping of the GET Fund is going to allow us to achieve that. And then under healthcare, one project that has been dear to your hearts, that has been left abandoned for so many years, is the Yendi Hospital. I can assure you, working with Lawyer Jofa, we're going to achieve that project and build a modern healthcare facility here in Yendi. In addition, we intend to upgrade the old Tamale Central Hospital in order that it will ease the pressure on the Tamale Teaching Hospital. So we're going to upgrade both the Tamale Municipal Hospital, which used to be called West Hospital at Zogbeli, and the Tamale Central Hospital are both going to be upgraded so that we can ease the pressure on the Tamale Teaching Hospital. This will improve healthcare for the people of the northern region. Under agriculture, we realize that because of climate change, the rainfall pattern is erratic. And so government is targeting irrigation development, because without water control, farming becomes like gambling. I remember last year, after our farmers had planted, the rains were good, and then at a certain point, the rain stopped falling for almost 10 weeks, and many farmers lost their crops. And so our intention is to focus on irrigated agriculture, and the northern region is going to get its fair share of the initial 10,000 hectares of land that we're going to put under irrigation. There are two important water projects that we intend to undertake during the tenure of this administration. And one of them is the Yendi Water Supply Project. Ndan Yaa Naa, I can assure you that inshallah, by the time I come to say goodbye at the end of the tenure of my administration, Yendi will have enough water supply to drink. Tamale is also suffering a shortage of water, perennial water shortages. And that is because the population of Tamale continues increasing exponentially. And so at every point, we must plan to bring more water into Tamale. And so another priority project is to expand the Tamale water supply. This time, our intention is to draw the water from the south of Tamale, that is from as far as Yape on the White Volta, and bring that water through Honorable Haruna's constituency, through Tamale South, to supplement the water that we currently bring from Dalong, so that we can increase the amount of water Tamale is getting. Ndan Yaa Naa, we know that Yendi, Bimbilla, and the whole of the Eastern Corridor suffer from low voltage in electricity supply. I've spoken to the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, and he has agreed that we should build another bulk supply point on the Eastern Corridor so that it will raise the voltage that Yendi and Bimbilla and Gushegu and all of you receive. We have also targeted several road projects especially in this area. For instance, we intend to complete the Eastern Corridor Road. There are a few patches left when you go to Nkwanta and Pasa. We intend to finish it so that Ndan Yaa Naa, when you are going to Accra, you won't need to go through Tamale and continue. You just go down and appear at Tema Runabout and you are in Accra. We also are going to build the bridge from Saboba over the River Oti so that we can access the Ghanaian lands on the other side of the Oti River. We'll also do the Saboba-Wapuli Bridge. The road from Saboba to Wapuli will be done, and then Wapuli to Chereponi will be done. Then Yendi, Kpalba, Saboba will also be done, and then Yendi, Zabzugu, Tatali will also receive attention. Ndan Yaa Naa, we made some promises to the Muslim community during the campaign, and we've already started achieving them. We promised to reduce the Hajj fare, and we did substantially. We also promised an additional holiday on the Eid al-Fitr. I know we're in the holy month of Ramadan. Soon we'll be celebrating Eid al-Fitr. And we have amended the Public Holidays Act. The act is going to Parliament for approval so that when we celebrate Salah at the end of this Ramadan, we'll have 2 days to rest instead of 1 day. Ndan Yaa Naa, there's a lot of work to do, but I know that with your support and prayers, we shall achieve all that we have set for ourselves. I want to assure the people of Northern Region, which actually is my region. I was not born in Savannah region, I was born in Northern region. At the time I was born, there was no Savannah region. And so I'm a son of the Northern region. And aside from that, I did all my secondary school education here from 1 to upper 6. I came back as a national serviceman. I met a woman in Tamale, married her. And so nobody can be more of a Northerner than I am. And so I want to assure the people of my region that when we share the national cake, you will always get your fair share. I thank you very much, and God richly bless you.
So the President, John Mahama, has just addressed the people here at Yendi, the Gbewaa Palace to be specific, assuring the people of his pledge to honor his promise, reiterating them again today. And that is gradually bringing to an end his visit to the Gbewaa Palace to pay a courtesy call on the chiefs and people of this area. Don't forget that this is part of his thank you tour of the northern region, and he has made specific reference to some key projects from road to irrigation to health to education, and of course to some of the requests made by the Yaa Naa through the spokesperson. I am with Sugri Muniru, who is the constituency secretary of the NDC. Now, as we prepare to wrap up, before the president bids the Yaa Naa goodbye, what are your takeaways from his speech?
I'm so overwhelmed, especially the mentioning of the Yendi water issue. It's dear to my heart, and then almost everybody in Dagbon. He also made mention of the water project in Tamale. So as for the water issue, I am highly happy, and I wish and pray the day of the commissioning, we are going to put to shame those naysayers who are saying that all